I think my simple three powerful mantras that carried every time was continuous learning, understanding market challenge, and industry challenge for that matter, and market shift that is happening. This is critical. And
you also touched on a little bit of your failures. You mentioned it again, that there have been a lot of failures for you in the past. Can we go through those a bit?
Yeah, of course. I think it's a journey, right? We did analyze the failures as a company, as an individual, myself, and also said what can take us along. I think my simple three powerful mantras that carried every time was continuous learning, understanding market challenge, and industry challenge for that matter, and market shift that is happening. This is critical. And second is continuously trying to experiment and not scared about it. Saying, okay, because I've seen failures, I'm not worried about it now. I'm saying, let me see one more. Come on, throw it out to me. I'm ready. So that's about it. And third, with all of this is building a solid network of industry people. I think I relate to people quite well. I talk to a lot of people, and the industry connects to me are very good. So this three helped me carry through the failures. Now, the failures that we attempted predominantly, especially on our products or services, if I have to look back, on three angles, if we can put it. First is we are way ahead of the curve. Industry is now, for example, if I had to speak about DevSecOps 10 years ago, I would have been looked differently. Absolutely. We started talking external attack surface monitoring about 6 years ago. So that's when the concept of EASM was picking up across the market. So we said most of the times we have failed because we were ahead of the curve. And the market need is not yet there. You have a product fit, but not a product market fit.
What do you do in that case?
So first thing we have to do is understand what is customer pain point that we're trying to solve. So every time we said when we are not backed by the product, we went towards the solving customer pain point. Understanding consistently what is that are we solving? Why are we solving? How are we solving the customer pain point? Why is it a pain point for the customer? And what is the gap in the tool that I have that I can improve upon, like a delta that I can do, which can solve the pain point rather than solve the market need of tomorrow.
Correct.
So that journey of being ahead of the curve and not backed by the solid market research, not having a product market fit, this all put us into a journey of clearly analyzing, interrogating ourselves, understanding what could be the potential failure from our side. What is that we need to improve? So this interrogation of what we should improve as an individual, as a product, and as a service offering gave us a lot of insight. And for which it required to build a network to get the connect. So that's my journey. So understand the industry challenge, market shift, talk to people, and then experiment it. Today, we say that I have we listed about, I think, when we gathered the whole information on the failure, when we analyzed the customer pain points, we had 274 features. I had an Excel sheet with 274 product feature requests.
Wow.
I said, man, what am I up to? I said, first, for me to understand, it'll take 3 days. Now, should I go into other calls with these industry experts to prioritize these 274 requests? So then we said we have to take a view from the hacker's perspective.
Correct.
See, we all do to outsmart hackers. That's the whole objective, correct? And hackers have a way of thinking it very differently than what we think.
Of course,
So understanding hacker mindset, playing from the hacker's field and said, if I have to communicate ROI to you, if I have to communicate value to a CISO, what should I do? How should I do? So that helped me list the feature sets. So we went ahead in detail and said, we'll do A, B, C, D. And every delta we validated with people.
Got it.
So that actually helped me. Whenever I travel in the US, my first thing is meet the set of customers who I have. And whatever product delta features that I've built, I offer them for free. I tell them that, boss, you test it for me. It's my request. So I'll tell them that you give it to the team. Let them see, because mostly I work with startups. They are very small, nimble team, and they will relate really value. And they say that they just do a free experiment for me. And we experiment it. We take their feedback and consciously we see what we can improve for them, consolidate it. And that is really helping us in building the most robust product. So most of the times, whenever I have seen, when you throw the value, people don't take it in that sense. So when you But when it goes with a personal relationship, I always say, boss, I go and give it to my customer, he doesn't use it. Two things are there. One, you have to leverage personal relationship and give it to right set of people who can see value of your product that you have built. Correct. So I choose consciously whom to give which set of product, and we create a small, simple POC for them to play it around.
Nice.
And at the end of the day, my objective is to get a feedback on the product. At the same time, I also see what value from that POC that I can give it to them. And that journey of that integration point actually helped us. When I tell them, I don't sell it. I say, on my request, you use it. But after they finish it, I go and tell them, this is the value that you can potentially add. So that actually helped us build a more robust product is what I feel. And understand the customer pain points. Yeah. See, another thing that we also do well for all of this is we are extremely focused on solving customer point. Customer is very important to us. But as an organization, because we are very purpose driven, the whole objective is to contribute for the upliftment of society, make a difference in people's life. Because we are very purpose driven, we said we need to be an employee first organization. We have to recognize their dedication of our team members. Absolutely. At the same time, care for their well-being. Right. So this too helps in delivering success, because we are a simple entrepreneurial culture within the team. Everybody is, it's a small team, everybody is most welcome, everybody is heard. It's an innovation-based culture. We tell them, two things that we ask all our people to do is, one, you bring your free thoughts into the system. Right. Two, go and get the feedback into the customer. So every person who builds the application, one way or the other interacted to the customer. This is our objective. Everybody, if you are not speaking to the customer, then I don't think you are the right fit to my team. So that's the whole objective.
It's basically a team of entrepreneurs.
Yeah. So I say that, boss, it's your idea, you bring it, we will leverage it, you go do the research, and then come back saying this will help or not help. If it helps, prove it helps from the customer world. So this, I think, is an important thing that's helping us out.
Makes sense. So you spoke about leveraging personal connections and getting feedback for specific things about your product in order to make it better. But how do you go about conducting your own research? How do you stay updated with market trends? How do you let's stay up to date with whatever's happening in the security industry? Are there any avenues that you can tell the viewers about where they can learn like you do?
I think with the way in which things are today, there is no scarcity of information. It is available everywhere. Yeah. You know, whenever people ask me this question of, Chida, how do you do your research? Yeah. What information you choose to read and what information you choose to ignore? I tell them one simple example. See, everyone, we used to say, data is the new gold, right?
Yeah.
It is a new gold. Yeah. My question to startup is, if you are all recognizing data as new gold, if you don't protect them, what are we talking? You have to protect your crown jewels. Right. So you have lot of data. So if you have to protect, you need to be up to par with the industry trends today. Right. So the industry challenge is huge. Market is shifting every day. Understanding what is shifting, what is the new challenge, what are the new kind of vulnerabilities, what are the new kind of attacks, what are the tactics that hackers are using. Consistently, if your focus is to outsmart hackers. Right. So for example, I am very passionate about application security. So now what do? Any hack that happens on the application, in and out of that hack, I read. So if you would have observed my LinkedIn page, every now and then I post about a hack, why that hack happened, who are the parties who are victims, who took responsibility, and what could be the potential impact of the hack, and what are the methodologies for that hack that users have used. This, if I can put it in a simple business perspective and understand and enable founders to understand, this will be helpful. So to question is about where do I do research? It is open Google, you can get anywhere. But very important, Verizon's report is for data breaches is very, very helpful. Every year they sincerely deploy it. If you have to do about privacy, I like Arka's reports on mobile, all of that I go through. Okay. There are Forrester's report, I attend Forrester conference, Gartner's, I couldn't afford at that point of time, but I make sure that I follow all of their hype curves, what is happening, etc. So spending significant time every day, in my opinion, it is not about where you search for data, it is about the intent in which you spend your time and regularly spending that time. My point is every day at least 30 to 40 minutes, come what may, I read about cybersecurity. What is happening in the industry?
Makes
what information that comes in. So this consistency, and over a period of time, you yourself know where to go, how do you explore, and then you will navigate your way through understanding what is needed. So my answer is, don't worry about where to read. Give your time of 30 minutes and you will crack where to read and where to get the data.
Perfect, perfect.